So the other night, we were talking about interactions with cops, and I told you about the story where the guy said, "Show me your hands," over and over. This is really, it's gonna have to be short. I'm gonna tell you about another time that I think the cops may have not done their due diligence. So you guys can tell what you think, but I have to shorten this because I gotta do this quick. If I get one comment, I will explain this whole story, probably add another 10 or 15 minutes. But here's the long and the short of it. When I was in college, I was playing baseball, right? And the night before, we had our game. We had the playoff game to see if we went. Actually, we had the game to see if we went to the playoffs, to be fair. And it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. We had been over at these two girls' apartments for hours. And the police had already been there one time. They had already said, if you don't calm down, there's going to be people being in trouble and people possibly going to jail, because we were all underage. This is junior college. I was 20 or 19. I can't remember which, and so they'd been there twice. So here's where the main part of the story comes. And you can tell me if you think these cops did correctly. It was about 1:30. Another knock on the door. This is the third time. First was from the landlord. Second one was from the landlord and the cops. Third one now is from the landlord and the cops. And so I'm standing there close to the door, and I hear what is said. The landlord is standing in front of the two cops, and as soon as these two girls open the door, the landlord said, "Mrs. X and Mrs. Y, I have given the police of X County the authority to search your apartment." And then the two cops come barging in, and of course they pull out cases of beer, and they pull out fists of liquor. I mean, and they set it all on the counter there. You know how it is. And we're all like, man, we are going to go to jail. We're going to go to jail, and we're not going to be able to play in the game tomorrow because half the team is going to be in jail. And that's going to get us in trouble, I think. We're all thinking that if literally not enough players are on the field to start the game, there may be an issue. Not to mention the issue with parents and the coaches and the school and all that. Anyway, I swear it's 14, 15, 16. There's over half the team in this apartment who are certainly over the limit if you're an adult, 21. These people are not 21. I'm not 21. If you're talking about over the limit for under 21, no brainer. I mean, way over. But, so here's what happens. I probably led up too long, but here's what happens. The cops come in, and then about the time that they come in, the first two, about 10 seconds later, there's two more that come behind them, two more sheriff's deputies. So you got four cops in there. And this is a 2-bedroom apartment, so they put us all in one bedroom, and they take the two girls into the other bedroom, and they say to them, I'm assuming you're going to jail, because that's all I know. They stay in the other bedroom with the two girls who are the lessees of the apartment. They stay in there about 6 or 8 minutes. They come back out. They come into the bedroom. The two girls come into the bedroom where we are, and they say to all these men, boys, whatever you want to call us, 19, 20, in the bedroom, they just say, and there were girls in there too, but nobody's worried about them. I mean, they were going to get a ride. They could stay there. I'll tell you, I mean, nobody was concerned about them in terms of getting them away. I mean, they were allowed to stay in that apartment if they chose. But when it came to us, the cops said, you all need to come in the living room right now. We need to talk to you right now. Everybody get out. Everybody come in. You ladies stay there. Everybody, all you males, come in here and sit in the living room. And so we do. We go in there. And we're all sitting down. I mean, there aren't enough places to sit. Like, our best left-handed relief pitcher is sitting in the lap of the catcher. There are no places to sit. We are like around in this place. And so the cops come in there, and about this time you see the two girls in handcuffs behind their back. And these two girls, they did not need handcuffs behind their back. But they're being let out. And they're saying, bye, we're going to jail. And the two cops are standing there. There's two cops taking them out, and there are two cops in there talking to us. And they say, we're taking Mrs. X and Mrs. Y to jail because of underage drinking and drinking in a dry county. At the time, that county was still dry, meaning you're not supposed to have any alcohol in that county, meaning if the police get pissed at you, then they can throw that charge on there. Anyway, so they say, well, we're taking them to jail. So what are you guys gonna do? And we are freaking out because we know that our coach is going to literally stone us if we are all in jail tomorrow when we have to play the game to see if we get to make the playoffs. And so nobody says anything. And then this other cop says, you guys can drive, can't you? You guys can drive, right? And if we and everybody just kind of stops and doesn't say anything. And he says, if we let you drive back to the dorms, you guys are good, right? You guys can drive. And then that time it clicks in our head. Hell yeah, we can drive. Yeah, we can drive. Damn right we can drive. And so that's how 16 people come down at least and get into two vehicles. One, a mid-size SUV, and then like a subcompact car. And so we all drive back in, people sitting in people's laps, people sitting in driver's laps, and the cops are seeing us driving back. Oh, you guys can drive, you guys are good, right? Okay, well, if the alternative is a DUI and not going to the game tomorrow, then we will drive, we will do whatever you say, sir. And so they said, you guys can drive, get out of here. And you go back. We went back to the dorms, and then we all stand around for a good 10 minutes after saying, can you believe that just happened? Can you believe that they just let us drive? They let you drive with this dude in your lap? They let you drive with the case of beer on the dashboard? Anyway, so the other video I made, it was about the cops being overzealous. Perhaps they were a tad, just a tad less zealous than they should have been in this one, other than taking the two girls to jail. And if I get time, I got another video I want to do, and I've got another good one about Bob coming up, but that's going to be 2 or 3 away. Anyway, be well.